Alright guys, we're back. Day 7, delivery from death. It's a Saturday, just got off the W-2. And you can see the weather. It's rainy, nasty out. But we're gonna start with a roadie gig, paying 22 and some change. Picking up, that's probably like a vanity or soaking top, something. Should be a huge, but of course, you know, they shortchanging us as usual. But we're gonna get roadie back though, it's alright. Alright, let's go. Guys, look at this. Look at this. This is what you gotta deal with in 2026, you know. $22. $22 to drop this off. These apps, man. But we're gonna, it's a start. It's a start. Let's get it done. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. Easily a huge order. Easily. Guys, 2026, we're dealing with the same crap. But, look. It is what it is. Sometimes you get a broom and you get $38 to drop it off. You know what I'm saying? Or you get a freaking rod, one piece of wood, $38. But you get this big ass cabinet and you want to pay $22.25. But we're going 3 miles. Let's drop it off. This is a start. So once we start doing spark, we're going to be past 50. I don't need to make a lot of money today. You know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling. But I'm gonna work. I just might end up making a decent amount. But you gotta work. Hey, beautiful. So guys, we're 14 minutes away from the drop off. Is it required a signature? Yes, it is. Let's get it done. Start the shift. Got my raincoat. I got my rain boots. Now I'm equipped out here to make this money. Alright guys, here for the drop off. Gotta get in touch with the customer. And it seems as if I'm gonna have to help them put it up in their house too. Maybe. That's an opportunity for tips too, you know. $22 richer, baby. I'll give you an update, guys. You gotta do this thing with a smile on your face, man, or else you'd be like, I should have been at least $45 to drop that off. Since dropping off that, whatever, that kitchen cabinet, I haven't done anything since. I got a $20 order picking up 4 cases of Pure Life water. I doubt that's in stock. They never have Pure Life. I don't even know why people buy Pure Life. Anyways, let's see if it's available. Get it shopped and make 20 more bucks. Let's see if we could trickle to $100. A little bit over $100 today. I'm not really in the mood to work, but I'm just working. All right, guys, we out of there. Out of there. Quick and fast, easy. You got the water. Just drop it off, come back. Keep making this money, man. And this is why it's important that when Thursday and Friday comes along, I put in the grind, I do good on those days, so when the weekend comes, I could take it easy. Because when you get off of the W-2, man, the stamina just don't be there, man. If you could relate, if you know, you know. All right, guys, turned on Uber Eats. I got me a Chipotle, not going too far down off the conduit. So that fits the, you know, the order that I already have. So yeah, let's get those done, make 25 bucks, swing right back. This is gonna take us closer to 50. Just gonna take my time and make a little money, man, you know? As I said last week, once I make over $700 a week, I'm good. 700 to 750, I'm good. I keep that pace going, 40K, easy at the end of the year. Guys, here at the Green Acres Mall, we're gonna go into the Chipotle, pick up an order, and Uber Eats been trying to stack it, and they sent me a stack paying $21 from Olive Garden. So I was like, yeah, I'll take that. I'll fucking take that. All right, let's go. All right, guys, making that money, that Uber Eats money, baby. You know what that money's doing, you know where it's going. Car payment money. Let's work it. All right, guys, let's go into Olive Garden. I've been waiting like a dummy. It's the app said to wait, and that's what I've been doing. So let's go in and see if we can get this food picked up. Am I picking up from here? Is it here? All right, guys, we got the Olive Garden. In 21 bucks. It was worth the wait. Seeing that I'm not really in the mood to like grind today. If I could get it this easy, I'ma take it for shizzle. Guys, so let me get out of this lane. I just checked the map. The water is going to the buildings over in Rochdale, and one of the orders is going to one of those buildings. May not be the same building, but it's going over there, so that works out. Let me see if it's the same building. Let me see. 5314. Nah, it's not the same building. Yeah, it's not the same building. But it's the same, in the same complex of buildings. So this is gonna work out. This run is a dirty stack, of course, 20 and change. Uber Eats about $26, $27. Possibility of going up to. So almost $50 for this run. You know, $22 on ROADIE. So we're gonna be about 70 bucks right now. That's not bad. I just want to make over $100. You know, 100 and something dollars will be cool. And then we do this again tomorrow, and easy like that. We make over 700 for the week, and I get to actually enjoy my weekend and enjoy my days off. This is a new year, man. You got to change up your strategy. We're not gonna listen. This year, I'm not advising you to grind yourself into the ground. Do not do that. We're not gonna be workaholics this year. We're gonna make money, but we're not gonna be workaholics. We're gonna do some other activities as well. All right, guys, here for the first drop off. This is the Chipotle drop. So just back it into this spot right now. All right, let's stay right here and walk the rest. Alright, guys, damn, that freaking Chipotle bag disintegrated. Food was hot, sweat. Alright, 10 minutes to the next drop. Let's do it. And then we're gonna do the spark drop. I think I might have to do the spark drop last. I don't know. I don't want to have to do that. I want to just do it one time. But when you're dealing with food, yeah, you can't. You want to drop off the food, you know.
Just ahead, turn left.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I'm dropping off the furthest one, which is good, and then I'll come back to the buildings and drop off the last two orders, including the spark. So it's working out. 9 minutes away. It's just 4 cases of water. This customer can't be like tracking me for 4 cases of water. Wait your ass for the water. If you wanted, you know, you should have gone get them yourself. You go wait for them. I know that's not the right attitude, but you get the point. Got your old shit if you're rushing me. What the heck? the van. Some people just like what they like, man. Just want to be seen. All right, guys, here for the drop off. It's a meet at door. Where's the customer? I hope I'm at the right place. I think I am. All right. Ease down a little bit. God, this person. People can't drive, you know. The street is busier than I like it to be right now. Let's drop off 8 minutes away, going to the building. They did send me a McDonald's that's also going around that same building. You know, so section of the building. Yeah, this person want their food right up to their door. Me that door. It's a building, but they're not coming down to get it. They want me to meet them at their front door. Like, come on, man. Come on. Help a brother out, man. Help a brother out. HBO, man. Help a brother out. Come down, and by the time I get there, I can give you the food. You know what I'm saying? I hate entitled customers, man. All right, guys. Drop this off, and guess what? The water drop off for the INSTACART is right in this complex as well. So when I'm done, I'll just turn around the little roundabout, drop off the water before I head to McDonald's to come right back to this same building. All right, let's go. All right, guys, so got that dropped off. It was a hand to me. I like, you know, a fun part of doing this is talking to customers, you know. All right, we're getting an add-on. Let me see what it's about. This order, if you don't have a card, cannot do it. Can't do it. The customer can't complain. Can't complain. It's inconvenient. Guys, here at McDonald's, here to pick up 2 Uber Eats orders, totaling close to $10. Not bad. One's going back to one of those buildings, and the other one is going to a house nearby. All right, let's pick up. It should be ready. All right, guys, got those 2 orders picked up. Never thought I'd be doing Uber Eats right now, like so many orders, but if they send them and they're decent, I'll take them. That's the law. Because let me tell you, show beats being in Walmart with all those customers and shopping for so many items right about now in the rain. I'm not saying I don't want to do Walmart orders, Spark orders, or Instacart right now, but the cash flow is here. We're gonna make the money. All right, guys, so this customer said to meet him in the lobby. So let me just let him know I'm on my way, you know, so that when I'm there, I could just pass the food and move, you know what I mean? That'll be much easier than going in and going up the elevator, and, you know, seems like a younger person. They would more tend to do that than the older people. All right, guys, got that one dropped off. The next one is right around the corner. Leave at door. So let's do that, and we'll be free again Maybe I do another Spark. If Uber Eats send me something good, I'll do another Uber Eats. There's one thing about the food apps, when it's raining, the money be raining too. And most people don't like to work in the rain. They're not equipped. Plain and simple. Alright guys, here for the second McDonald's order. Guys, you would never, ever guess where I'm heading to next. Uber Eats, Home Depot, 6 orders. 6 orders, $26. $26, that's decent. Right now in the rain, said it's gonna take me a little bit over an hour. I'm good, you know? I don't really want to go back to the Walmart right now. I could do this order and call it a day. Well, if Uber Eats send me something else decent, yeah, I'll do it. But I can do this, and this should take me over $100. Because the run that we were just on, we made $42 on Spark and ROADIE. And then on Uber Eats, I'm just counting the money up right now. Uber Eats, we make 21, 5, 10, 15, about 36. I'm gonna make about 62 on Uber Eats. And then next week, we're gonna get the residuals, you know, that we work for. And that might add up. So Uber Eats for the win right now. And my first ever Home Depot Uber Eats orders. Small little batch. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Let me see what the items are. Paint. Locker. Yeah, locker pickups are, you know, it's small when it's a locker pickup. What else are we picking up? Ceramic space heater. You know, that's small. That's 3 small things. Damn, 277-gallon storage tote with wheels. Yeah, now they got me there. Now they got me with those big totes. But I got the room. But they got me with those totes. Those orders used to be on ROADIE. That's why ROADIE is so dry right now. I'm telling you, it's so dry. There's nothing dropping at this store all day. Maybe one random XL or huge order, but it's dry. And if you're gonna depend on ROADIE alone, you're not gonna make the money in 2026. You have to mix it up. Look at me. I'm doing Uber Eats right now. I was doing Spark. I did a ROADIE order. Yesterday I did curry, freight. I have Instacart. You see what I mean? So you gotta mix it up, man. You know what? Let me turn on Instacart and see if I see an Instacart order right now. If I could cop an Instacart from Home Depot, even better. Alright, guys. Guys, here at Home Depot for the pickup, and you know I'm gonna take my time and do this order. I might just stop and get some food, eat some food while I do this. Take my time, take it easy, take it slow. I'm not rushing, man. Not paid enough. All right, guys, you got the last of the orders picked up. The other orders are actually packed away in the van. Just had to get this from the locker. And when I picked up those totes, man, I realized, like, god damn, they're really getting one over on us, man. Because if they have Uber Eats doing these totes, and some people won't be able to take those, right? Like, those used to be a huge order on ROADIE. So you're paying $26 for totes and all these small orders. They're saving a lot of money. But listen, I'm gonna go get me some food, man. I'm gonna milk this. All right, guys, so big up to Judah, who I just met in Home Depot. He saw me. He was waiting for some orders, and he saw me, and he's like, you know, yo, man, you know what I mean? I literally was just watching your channel, you know what I'm saying? You know, he called me a celebrity. I'm not a celebrity, guys. I'm not a celebrity, okay? Just a regular dude out here making money just like you. So yeah, I need to press to turn that off. Hit the panic. Yeah. Alright. But yeah, first drop off is 6 minutes away, so that's not too far. But it's walking distance, so yeah. I was thinking about getting some food, but let's get some food still. But yeah, big up to Judah, you know. Thanks for saying hi, shouting me out. There's a picture right there's a picture right there we took. I know it's always weird meeting people in person, right, Judah? I know. You know what I mean? You know, tend to be kind of weird, and you don't know what you want to say, and you're not relaxed, and but that's humility right there. You see what I mean? So big up to you. We're chatting it up about gig work and stuff, and he was saying how I inspired him, and this, that, and the third. So really appreciate all of that, man. Kind words motivate me as I motivate you. So I was basically saying that I too watch people on YouTube all the time, and I learn a lot of things. So I know people watch me and learn a lot of things too. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna UBEREATS bugging out right now. But yeah, gotta stay humble out here and make this money, man. I was just talking to him about taking care of his car as well. You got to remember, there's so many aspects to this thing. You got to take care of your car. You got to take care of yourself. You got to come up with strategies of how to make this money easy. You can't be out here for 10 hours and only made $85. You see what I'm saying? That's not going to work. Anyways, guys, I'm going to bang out this route. If I could give you drop-offs, I will. Guys, we're here to drop off the big totes, and what I realized with this freaking UBEREATS drop, they're doing things like backwards, man. I was already like close to the last couple drop offs. They should have just let me drop those off and drop these off last, then I would have been home. But this is close to the house. All right, let's go. Let's drop this off. Guys, you're here in Queens Village. My mom used to live over here, so every time I come in this area, it always brings back memories of her. She passed away sadly though. All right, so dropping it off right here. Kind of weird, but weird address. Let's go. All right. All right, guys, here to drop off the 2 bags of soil, and then we have some furniture polish, some leather treatment, and that's it. I'm gonna go home, gonna continue tomorrow, and for the weekend, I'm gonna just make a little 2 something, get over 700, and be satisfied with it. I'm good. No pressure, guys, no pressure. Guys, we got this 6 minutes away. Let's do it and then go home. On the drop off, I saw something. I was trying to, I just caught it at the last minute. I don't know if it was saying something about content policy or something like that. I gotta double check that on the next drop off. Alright guys, here for the last drop off.
The following day.
Alright guys, we are back for another day. I think this is day 8. Deliver me from depth. And this is the second day of the weekend, so continuing from yesterday. So we got a $37 Spark order, 2 shops, not many items. So let's pick it up. A lot of units, but not many items. Going up on the highway, 2 drop-offs. Let's make this money. We only need to make about $65 today before we go into chill mode. So no hassle, no stress, you know, just easy Sunday grind after the W-2. All right guys, all done with that shop. Now let's take a time deliver, come back and do it again. All right guys, got the first drop off, going to this big ass house. Dropping this off. Let's scan and drop off. You're gonna see the picture right there. We move on to the second job. Let's get it. Alright guys, here for the second order, and the customer came down to get it. She didn't put her apartment number, so that's why. So let's scan and get out of here. Alright guys, we are back. $34, 2 shops, 23 items. Going 6 miles up the highway. Let's bang it out. That should be it for today. That should be it for the week. You know, pretty successful. That should take us over $700 for a week. You know, I'm getting, you know, I could get used to making $700 every week. All right, let's get it. All right, guys, we out. Let's drop off these 2 orders and call it a day. Yeah, I've just been chilling, man. I like this, though. I like this. I like this. I like that I'm not under pressure. I'm not trying to hit an incentive. I'm not trying to get to 1,000. I'm just making decent money according to my standards, and, you know, keep it going week by week. If I keep it going like this, by the end of the month, easy 3 grand. Easy 3 grand. You know what I mean? 3 grand a month, pretty damn decent if you ask me. All right, let's go. All right, guys, here for the first drop off. It's like right around the corner from my house, but we're not going home yet. Guys, let's get out of here. I'm blocking traffic. Alright. Some people can't drive though. They really can't. You know, like going through tight spaces when cars are parked on the side of the road, people can't drive through those spaces. Guys, that's done. The next one shouldn't be too far away. Take us 10 minutes and we'll be back in a jiffy. Alright, so next one, 11 minutes away. Alright guys, see you there. I really wish, like, when you're doing Spark and Uber Eats, you can pick the whichever drop off you want to go to first, because I would have dropped that one off first, the last one, and then drop this one off and then go home. You see what I'm saying? But that's not how the apps work. With ROADIE, that's why I like ROADIE. ROADIE, you could do that. Freight, you could do that, of course. Sempex, yeah, you could do that. And maybe some other apps, but not Spark, not Instacart, not Uber Eats. DOORDASH, you can do that. You can definitely do that on DOORDASH. And GRUBHUB, I don't think you can do that on GRUBHUB. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't done a GRUBHUB order in a while. Alright guys here for the second drop off. Alright guys, that is it. And this is how I'm operating this year, man. Make what I said I'm gonna make, and that's it. We're not stretching things late into the night. Not doing none of that. Unless I have a terrible Thursday and Friday. Like if Thursday and Friday I'm like struggling, the weekend I gotta put in a grind on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? I gotta try to make $200. I gotta try to, you know, I gotta push. You know what I'm saying? But I think things are looking good. Once I have Walmart Spark, the ROADIE drops, I could capitalize on those. I'll make money. Not worried. There are gonna be the slow days, guys. No denying that. There's gonna be the slow days. But I gotta find ways of maneuvering and working around that. So let's run the numbers. Today, Spark 71.76. We only did 4 orders. That's it. It was pretty easy. The shops are pretty easy. No stress. I'm just doing it to get to my my number. You know, I was even thinking about taking today off and just go in the backyard and, you know, work on the Mazda a bit, but I'm still waiting on some parts. You know, still putting the Mazda back together, change out some parts, you know, and as I go, I'm finding things that I need to. You know, I'm basically restoring it back to its original state. So that took the week's total up to $708.04. We actually drove 31 miles today. So in terms of dollar per mile, let me see, 76 divided by 31. We made $2.31 per mile. So $2.31 per mile. That's pretty decent. $2.31 per mile. And for the month, we go up to $1,433.39. So we are on course, man. We're very on course to you know, keep this momentum going. And the aim is to make $3,000 every month, minimum 3,000 a month. With the $500 minimum, it was 200. It was 2,000. You see? So you see that extra 200 to 250 per week. You see what it's doing? So we're gonna ensure that we make good money every single month. That money is gonna get a lot done, help to pay off these credit card bills and student loan, all my debt. Try to decimate this debt, man. You know, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time, you know what I mean? But we're gonna get it done. In December, I'm gonna feel good because I would have wiped out the majority of my debt. If not, you're never gonna wipe out all of it, but the majority of it, the bad debt. So there's good debt and there's bad debt. So yeah, let's talk the week summary, guys. Curry, we did our first curry order, made $48.94. And to be honest, if that order was paying $25, I would have done it because it was easy and I wasn't far away from the pickup and the drop off. So that was a pretty damn good order. Freight, $30.10, only one order. Uber Eats, we made $95.09. Pretty solid Uber Eats week. And I'm expecting a minimum of at least $30 in NYC mandatory pay next week. Minimum of $30 to give us a little boost. You know what I'm saying? Another thing is, my wife started going to the gym. So I usually relax on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. So I told her, if you want to go to the gym on those days, not Thursday and Friday, not the weekend. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are your days. So I won't be going out to do gig work on those days. Sometimes I used to like to go out, but if I do, it'll be like to do like a little one Spark order and a couple Uber Eats orders to see if I could make 50 bucks or something like that, you know what I mean? So yeah. So guys, Spark this week $264.72 and ROADIE $279.19. So you see Spark and ROADIE are like right there on par with each other. That's the market shift, guys. There's not a lot of orders on ROADIE anymore like they used to have. You know what I mean? Uber Eats and DOORDASH already took them over. Spark, I like when Spark and ROADIE had the Home Depot orders. Now you see a rare Spark. You know, the ROADIEs are very sporadic, with the exception of the drops, the drop time orders. But apart from that, very sporadic, man. So this week we drove 297 miles. The van is on the cusp of hitting 112,000 miles. And since I bought the van, guys, I've been clocking the miles. I've driven 28,000 miles in the van. 28,100 miles to be exact. Soon as I got the van, I've been using the trip monitor for the B. It resets at 10,000, and I remember how many times it already reset. Of course, because I bought the van with about 80-something thousand miles in it. So we need 2,000 more miles to get to 30,000 miles in the van. How much have I made from the van so far, guys? I can't even remember. But I know I got the van in 2024. So the remainder from June, basically from June to December 2024 and all last year. So I probably made about $60,000 so far in the van. And I bought the van for $3,000, I think. And now when I think about it, guys, I overpaid for this van. I really should have negotiated down to about maybe $2,400 because the van needed a lot of work. When I tell you a lot of work, a lot of work. But it is what it is. You live, you learn. And I knew I got a good van with a good engine when I bought it. The engine and the transmission was solid, and I was like, yeah, boy, this is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So for the price, it's still a decent price. But I put a lot of work into it, and I'm still putting work into it. But it's running freaking good, man. It's running good. You know what I'm saying? It's running good. Knock on wood. It's running really, really good. I've done some work on it recently. I replaced the driver's side tie rod, in and out of tie rod. I changed the wheel speed sensor on the right side. It didn't make a difference. I have a scanner that I just bought here. I have to check it out, see what's going on really. They have some lights on the dash, a check engine light. The same check engine light has been bugging me for God knows when. But a little too long-winded, guys. 297 miles, $2.38 per mile this week. It was not a solid week, just like last week. And consistency this year would be key. If I could make the 700 every week, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? That means I'm doing good, and I'm doing it with ease. So guys, thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe if you're new, like the video if you haven't yet done so. Oh, before I go on, man, I didn't even run yesterday's numbers. So yesterday, on Uber Eats, we made $62.07, Spark $20.93, and ROADIE $22.25. We made $105.25. We drove 33 miles, $3.18 per mile. So yesterday, the weekend, listen, the weekend work going forward should be a breeze. Shouldn't be killing myself on the weekend. Right now I feel good. I'm about to go home, take a shower, pour myself a drink, maybe watch a movie with the wife. So guys, thanks a lot. For everybody, subscribe if you like the video if you haven't yet done so. And until next time, peace out and Godspeed. Guys, we talk soon.